All right, everyone. Welcome to my second live stream ever. This is Folks, and I am so glad to have everyone here tonight. I see some people who were here in my previous live stream. Hi, Evie. Hi, David. How are you all tonight? Hello. So happy that you were able to join me this evening. I know it was a bit of an impromptu live stream. Yes, we have Angry Moose. Not super Angry Moose. Not yet. I hope the stream is going well. I keep glancing over and it seems to be running smoothly. And I don't seem to have any audio issues. So once again, if you do encounter those things, let me know and I will try to fix it on my end. But I think we've got a pretty good connection tonight. Evie, you're doing good. Excellent. Excellent. I'm so glad to hear that. Glad to see everything's going for you, going good for you as well, David. All right, so we have kind of a unique plan tonight, and I've been thinking about this all day. Originally, I was just going to take out a max 312 scoring Moose on New England to open our live stream and then just come back and do my regular Moose grind. However, after thinking about it all day and have been thinking about it for the last few days, somebody pointed out in the comments on my last video titled Help Me that stacking our diamonds or diamond potentials really just helps with spawning in different rare and super rare fur types, which I have had a really bad luck with. So in honor of the fact that we have reached 300 subs, which is quite a number and a number I did not expect to hit this soon, I thought we could do something pretty extreme. And we're going to go ahead and take out every 300 score on my map. So all of the moose who have max scores that reach or exceed 300, we are going to go ahead and take them off our map. And hopefully that will open up additional spawns and potentially a great one. I don't think this is a bad idea because when I was working on my red deer grind, I was not picky or choosy about any of that. And I was taking diamonds off my map just as much as I was taking the mid-levels. And I felt like I spawned my great one fairly quickly after I started the herd management process. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. In the meantime, I will keep an eye on the chat and engage with you all similar to what I did last time as I am able. So we're going to get this going here in just a moment. Oh, we already got an alert buddy, so we'll go ahead and take him out. Maybe not. Come on, friend. Turn back around. Let's see. All right, he's hidden, so I'm going to have to wait. Let me check up on the chat while we're waiting for him to get settled back down. Did I mention that the person I knew that went and Forged in Fire won? No, you did not. Oh, you'll have to let me know what season and what episode, and then I will have to go and check that out again. That would be really cool. That's amazing. That is such talented people who go on there and are able to produce such fine quality weapons. A little bit envious of their skill set. Had to help your dad paint today. Well, that was very kind of you, Evie. You know, being able to help out family members when they need it. That's awesome. I haven't done any painting in a long time. Oh my gosh, somebody is just constant and you're hiding in the shrubs. Lovely. All right. And you're alert. You're alert. This is going to be difficult. Okay, so that is our biggest boy out of this lot down, and I am not going to attempt to take both of them at the same time because I want max score integrity on all of these animals if I can do it. So definitely going to do this kind of like one big animal out of each zone at a time and get that max score as much as possible. And hopefully by doing so, this will open up an opportunity for a great one to spawn in because my map is just dead. I am seeing the same animals over and over and over again, and there's nothing like indicating that there's going to be any changes. So this was the 319, I believe. Pretty decent size eyebrow tines. So let's go ahead and pick him up. What? You were a troll? Have I been harboring trolls on my map this whole time? That is incredibly unfortunate. Oh my goodness. You should have been gone a long time ago. You great imposter, you. There's one among us. Oh, all right. Well, that's unfortunate. I really, really thought both of these would be diamond, but apparently not. So yeah, we'll be taking all of our moose off the map that max out in the 300 score range, because if that's any indication, we're gonna have some some challenges with that. So I'm skipping over one of my zones because I just recently took out an animal in that zone that was not the big boy. It was another level 4 that had spawned in. Season 5, Episode 7. Let me write that down so I can go ahead and check that out. No, that is pretty awesome. I mean, like I said, I am envious of those individuals who have such a great amount of talent that they're able to win competitions like this, especially when they're creating something. All right, so get back on this. There's my big boy up here. Now, he has got to be a diamond. I can't imagine him not making it. I mean, look at the size of those paddles, man. Thank you for asking, Evie. He is incredibly sick. It has been a really rough week. That's part of the reason why I haven't put out any regular videos. He's mending, but he's still running a fever after 3 days. And even though it's not as high as it's been very uncomfortable for him. So I'm trying to give him space because it's certainly something I don't want to catch. We don't want to spread it around the household as much as possible. But thank you for asking. Landon, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. I've got a question for you, but I'll go ahead and answer you first. He is, I was just telling Evie that he is kind of on the mend, but still showing fevers. Unfortunately, he did fever out at 100 today. His highest was 102 earlier in the week. So it seems to be kind of settling down, but he's miserable, the poor thing. You finally got him to eat some tomato soup today, so that was a bonus. How did your interview go? Are you going to turn and look at me so I can get a nice heart shot? I've been really bad at heart shotting lately. It's been horrible. All right, this has got to make diamond, right? If all of these animals are trolls, I am going to cry. Because think about it. Think of how long I've been arboring these trolls on my map. It's been at least a week and a half, at least not 2 weeks, when things started popping. But this boy has some big old antlers. Oh, hi, Jody. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Looks like we have the regular crowd now. That's awesome. I really appreciate you all joining me. And thank you. I know it was an impromptu, kind of last-minute live stream, but as I said earlier in the video, and I'm still trying to get into the rhythm of it, my map has just been dead. It has been completely dead. I keep seeing the same animals over and over and over, and I've gotten kind of tired of it. And I'm hoping that by clearing out all of our 300-plus max scoring animals, we might open it up for, say, a great one to spawn in. At this point, I don't even really care if I get a rare fur type. I really just want that great one. Let's see. It went good. Got the job. Congratulations, everybody. Clap for Landon. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That is very exciting, especially since it was your first. Oh my gosh, I really, really am proud of you. That is awesome. That is amazing. Yeah, the paperwork. I never know how to fill out tax forms properly. Tax forms are the worst. But oh my gosh, that is so exciting. What fur type do I want on my great one? So I finally decided after a while that the spruce is my number one pick. And in my last live stream, I explained that it's because of a story of an albino moose in Switzerland that presented as a yellowish fur type that I think that moose is based on. Definitely worth researching. But let's go ahead and pick this guy up. I've been staring at him for just a minute. This is going to be the troll stream. Oh, okay. Evie, we'll see you around. Hope you can make it back on a little bit later. I'm thinking about being on for about an hour and a half, but I hope everything goes well. And if not, we'll catch you on the next one. But look at this, guys. It's another troll. It's another troll. Oh my gosh. I have been harboring a bunch of imposters on my map this whole time. I am so embarrassed. No wonder nothing was happening. Well, even so, then this is great. 300 subs. We're celebrating by taking all my 300 mooses off the map. And we're just clearing it out and making it possible for bigger and better things to spawn in. So how are you all doing? Landon, again, congratulations. That is incredibly exciting. Your first job is a very formative experience, and it will provide a lot of education and information for you. I'm very excited for you. Again, thank you everybody for asking after my husband, and I will pass along your good wishes. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. But other than the frustrating grind, I've been doing very, very well. Just trying to get some spawn-ins on this nonsense, and it's been very, very slow going. So again, I hope that the celebratory, we reached 300 subs a lot sooner than I thought I would. This 300 plus moose grind will help move things along. So, yeah. It's going to be a lot of running, folks. Sorry about that. Ooh. When you got your great one red deer, it was 11 at night. I was so tired. I can imagine. I think mine was around 2:30 in the afternoon. And that was very tiring too, because you're hammering and hammering and hammering away at it. And then it finally happens, but you're just exhausted. But I mean, if you're putting in that much time and playing through to that late hour, yeah, I can imagine it was even worse. Yeah. See, that was the thing. When I read the comments on my Help Me video, I realized that was what I was doing, and that's why I think I got my Great One Red Deer was so quickly, was I was not discriminating between diamonds and other mid-level animals. I was taking everything out on the map that wasn't a 2 or below. Actually, I had some level 3s on the map as well. Landon, just curious, what's your day job? I seem to remember you saying something about conservation. So, yes. For many years, I have worked in environmental conservation in one capacity or another. But most recently, I work for a museum, and I do a lot of work with children's programming. So, oh, what in the world? Okay, you're seeing this live for the first time. I took out a level 3, or it might have been 4, in this zone before the live stream, just prepping for, our event tonight. And one of these boys, I think it's the 214, spawned in its place. So this is my first look at him. So we have another set of twins. And I will let you know that I took out the other big moose in zone 1, the other 294 was his score, because he's not a 300 and he can't be on our 300 plus sub celebration live stream. So this is brand new. This is pretty exciting, but you know what? I bet one of them's a troll, and I bet it's going to be this boy. So we have to do this one at a time because I want full score integrity. So we'll take the smaller one first, and then we'll come back for the bigger one. But yeah, so I work in the museum field, primarily working on children's programming. And I enjoy it very much, and talk about history and talk about, and I do kind of plug in some of my passion, which is environmental conservation, when I can. All right, down he goes. And then he's going to trot off, and we're going to let him run because I'm not going to try blasting him from the backside. You were tired enough to make a frontal shot. I'm assuming you were successful. Their big rack could be 300 plus. Okay, that's good information to have, David. Because again, I'm not too familiar with the racking system for moose overall. Hey, if it's a diamond, I will be thrilled because I haven't taken a diamond since that first one in one of my previous videos. And I'm tired of the same old routine. Oh, wow. Yeah, I see what you mean, David. Absolutely. That is massive. Look at the size of the palms. Holy moly. I need to get a picture of that. Click. And we go to off. And then, all right. Yeah, it's a diamond. 299.80. Clean heart shot. Oh my gosh. What a beautiful animal. Look at those front scoops. Look at those brow tines. Oh my gosh. Overall spread 106.94. Number of tines 34. Width of palm 57 and some change. And then palm length is 101.37. Almost read that as a 9. Wow. Wow. That is amazing. That is huge. I think this is my biggest moose so far. So we are absolutely going to save him. And we will get him up in the lodge. Maybe we'll do a lodge run at the end of the live stream tonight. But amazing, amazing. I can't wait to take the other boy out. He's going to be fantastic as well. Maybe we'll pair them up in the lodge as twins. That would be cool. All right, so that takes care of him. So the next location where we have a big boy. Let's see, we've already taken those out. Taken him out. That's these 3. So I still have 1 in this zone, 1 in this zone. Who knows what's going to spawn in back up here? Let's see. I got to consult my list. How many kills in am I? I haven't been keeping a close tally with everything going on around the house recently, but if I were to give an estimate, I would say anywhere between 700 and 800, just because I don't play as frequently as some other people do, because I do have a day job. So I think 700 to 800 would be a safe estimate. Got one just like that with the bow. Oh, I'm not brave enough to try bow hunting on a big moose like that yet, but I will. So let me go ahead and mark off what we've done so far on my list. Zone 3. Zone 4. And then we have that new zone 5. So we did take out this boy in zone 3. And we took out him. And then we have another one in zone 3 that was that I need to write down. All right, I think I've got everything caught up on our data. Hi, James. Welcome to the live stream. Just to catch you up on what's been going on so far, I made a decision earlier in the day to go ahead and take all the 300 plus max scoring moose off my map. And so far, we've taken 3 of them out up here in my zones up on the coast. We took 1 out up here, 1 out here, and this boy here. 2 of them were trolls. 1 was a diamond, and we just picked up the diamond and taxed him. So I'm going to... Now, I have a big boy down here, and I need to let some of this pressure die down. So I think I'm just going to jump back to lake hopping. Yeah, it was the big rack, and David was the one to point it out. Calling it great one within 30 minutes. I hope so. I am so tired of hunting moose. I don't want to hunt moose anymore. But, you know, I'm also Irish, and when I get on something, I'm very stubborn, and I kind of try and see it through to the end. But man, I am tired of this. I'm tired of snow. I'm tired of capercaillies eating my ankles. I'm tired of wolves. I would like to go maybe back to Africa, maybe try to get a crowned wildebeest. That would be great. I don't have one of those. I have very few trophies from Africa, actually. Yeah, see, I've heard a lot of reports about a lot of the big moose are trolls or split racks. So maybe it's just the way the new moose system is now with all the updates. Oh gosh, I'm on the wrong side of this lake. I need to go more inland. But yeah, I hear you. I've seen a lot of YouTubers and other players complaining that this is a very challenging one. We got a nice level 4 with the rack I hate the most. But yeah, this is a very frustrating grind, and I just want to be able to say I have one. That'll put me at 2 great ones. I've got a very loose whitetail grind going on Layton Lakes, but I only pop over there periodically now that I've committed to this course of action. You know what? Oh, he's attentive. I might try for both. Oh, of course he dips his head right as I'm about to fire. Because it's this guy and this guy I'm going to try for. I probably did not. Well, he did bow his head, so maybe it was fast enough and got him. Did I get the other way? If it didn't hit his heart, it probably hit a lung. Nope, it got his heart. Perfect. If it only has one front pedal, it's a troll. Absolutely, yeah. That I know from some mild moose hunting I've done. I've only ever gotten albinos on any of your maps. I'm jealous. I've only had the one piebald female moose. You know, I stacked my diamonds. Now I'm learning that some of them were trolls, so this may have been why I wasn't seeing anything really nice show up. But other than that piebald moose, I haven't gotten any special fur types at all. Now, I do kick myself a little bit because this is not my first Call of the Wild account. I had a different one for a long time. And I did have an albino female moose from that original one. We did not do good on him. So he's probably going to live. And we'll have to let him go for now. But yeah, I had an albino female moose on my previous account. That was the first special fur type of any moose that I had ever encountered. And she was on Layton Lakes and she was beautiful. And then I lost all the data for that account. So I lost her and a bunch of other stuff that I worked on. I have 2 with both front paddles and they are like 3 or 4 off. Yeah. Yeah, again, that wonky, inconsistent spawning in. It also has something to do with mass. Yes, so what counts as a score on a moose is the paddle. Is the actual palm, not necessarily how many tines, because that's not considered in the overall factoring of the score on the harvest screen. It's really just the palms, and that has caused a lot of consternation because you'll get great ones. Apparently, you'll get great one moose, and they score low because the palms aren't that big, depending on some rack styles. I wonder what that really spidery looking one, the atypical rack. I wonder how that one scores if there's no palm present. That's going to be interesting. I really hope I don't get that rack. That's a rack I don't want. I want something like big and beefy. And the double paddled one that often is paired with the ashen or the common. If given the choice, I think I would actually want the atypical rack and not that one either. Yay, clean heart shot. Thank goodness. I've been having really bad time with heart shots recently. All right, Landon, thank you for stopping in. And I'm trying to go for another hour and a half. So if you're able to join us, that would be great. If not, have a good night and I'll catch you on our next adventure. Let's see. Can I have mods? So I'm not at a point yet where I feel I need moderators, if that's what you're asking. And now I could be misinterpreting your message. And if you're new here, I mentioned this on my previous live stream, that sometimes I have a reading comprehension issue. And so if I have to reread or ask you to clarify, that's why. So if that's what you're asking, I don't feel like I'm at a point where modding is necessary. However, as my channel grows and if I get more and more people coming in and I find that's something I need, you know, stick around if you're helpful, if you're polite, if you're frequently on and you kind of know the style that I have for doing these live streams and my videos, then maybe that's something we can explore. I've stopped mounting rare moose. I have too many, but no mellas. I have one mela, and I got him by accident on Medved. And when I mean that, here, I'll stop for a second. I'll point it out. So early on in my hunting on Medved, this area right here used to be like Moose Haven. This was well before New England update. And this zone right here was just producing males like fire. And one day, I honestly think this was a glitch. I would have a male moose run out and I'd shoot him and then another one immediately would run out. And this happened like 3 or 4 times. And on like the 3rd or the 4th time, a male mela spawned in. And so I was like, wow, was not expecting that. Now, it could have just been a moose group with a lot of males, but it just felt like there was just constant respawns going on. It felt like a glitch. But he's in my flagship lodge of Spring Creek Manor 1. James, thank you so much for stopping in. Sorry to see you go. If you're able to jump back on a little later, like I said, I'm going to try and run this for another hour and a half. But if you're unable to come back, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll hopefully catch you on our next adventure. Yeah, I'm going to adjust the times in my streams because I want to offer different options for people. I understand that 8 o'clock Central Time is pretty late for some, and can empathize very heavily with that. But right now, it just seems to be the best option. I want to do a live stream in the morning on some days so that people overseas can have a chance to jump on, and then one in the evening, but a little earlier. Eventually, I get to that point. Oh, he's a cute little Siberian musk deer. He's level 2. I need to hunt these guys. I want to diamond one of these. After the piebald female I got, that was pretty cool. So checking on the stream health, everything seems to be going good. How many diamonds do I have? Let's look. Let's go to Codex, Hunter. Nah, I'm not too familiar with this, so if I mess it up, sorry. Oh, look, I've died 57 times. Anyway, hunting profile, diamond. I have 77 diamonds of lots of different animals. One great one, 1,700 gold. That feels pretty low considering I've been pumping through this moose grind as much as I have. Lots of silvers, a few bronze, and then I do a lot of animal scaring, apparently. And yeah, so 77 diamonds, not all of them taxed. When I was doing my red deer grind, it got to a point where the small racks, it's a rack I really, really hate also. The small rack diamonds I was not keeping because after a while I have a Sasika Safari Lodge completely dedicated to red deer, and I just had too many of them. But 77 diamonds in grand total. And I have 2 diamond whitetail, or at least I think they're diamond whitetail, on Leighton Lake at present for my very, very loose Great One whitetail grind. And when I say loose, that's a very loose grind. I usually go on there to get money if I'm running low. But I do have the 2 diamond potentials and some really heavy, large animal zones, like decent size level 2s. But no Great One whitetail yet. And I'm debating after I finish this one, if I get a Great One out of this, whether or not I want to jump over and start either a bear grind or really buckle down and try for that whitetail. I want my whitetail Great One on Leighton Lake because that was the flagship original map. Now, here's another thing. Has anybody noticed that moose are sometimes not on their lakes, but are standing off in the woods? That makes me worry sometimes. But here's a prime example of it. I know we're late in the need zone and we're not, we're potentially watching animals leave the need zone, but I have just seen animals. Oh, he's stuck. Let me see what I can do with that. Hopefully that hit him. Yeah, it did. Maybe we got lung on him. I'm gonna go look. But yeah, I've been just running through the woods and I'll find random females out in the middle of the forest during the height of their drinking time. And I'm like, why are you way out here? So that's always a worry I have, which is weird. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that though. Gosh, what a horrible glitch. What if my great one has been on the map this whole time and it's just stuck in the woods somewhere? I'd be so mad. Let's see, he was about here. Oh, we did get him. Cool. Awesome. Let's go track him out. A lot of animals do that for you. Okay, so it's not just me. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Hopefully it's not just a crazy glitch that could affect all sorts of different things. Let's see. Should be down, I'm thinking, just through this tree line here. Probably right back over in there somewhere. Oh no, he took a sharp right. Oh, nope, and he double backed. Alright, just where I thought he might be. This is probably just a little silver. No special fur type. Aw. Not bad. Not bad. Not a great one, but not bad. Alright, so we are at the end of the need zone time. We have reduced the hunting pressure up here. But before we jump back up there, I'm going to come up to this lake because I know there was a decent size level 4 here earlier. I'm going to go ahead and reset the time, take him off, and then go back and pick up some of our big boys again. And then I think toward the end of the stream, I'm going to hop back over to my New England map because there is a 312 max moose there. And we might include him in this rotation just as a random, hey, why not sort of thing. So let me see. Nobody's probably here yet. Oh, just a reindeer. Probably don't have our moose groups. Well, nope, there he is. Cool. Why aren't you a Mela? Doodah. What's my favorite lake in Medved? Because if it's in Medved, let's see. What is my favorite lake? It's actually not this one because weirdly enough, my need zones on this lake are horrible. So it just seems like a big pointless space. Like that's one of my moose. I've got a bunch of 2s and I tried to groom my zones so that the big boys would spawn up here because, you know, everybody uses this lake. It's got great line of sight. It's vast. You can put many tents and many tripods on it. But all I would ever get was low levels. So I gave up after a while. So this is my least favorite lake. I think my all-time favorite lake, if I had to choose... That is an excellent question. I had a really good experience with a big level 4 here, and you can see that experience with the episode Sundberg Showdown. That was a wonderful, amazing end to a very frustrating hunt. So that has at least a good experience. But I think for practical purposes, probably this lake down here. I don't know. There's something about it, even though it's probably one of the most challenging lakes on the map. I've had really good luck with some sizable males on this lake. So, yeah. And it's a fairly easy approach, too, if you just kind of test it a few times and know how to approach it. So, yeah, those are my least and most favorite lakes here on Medved. Thank you for asking. All right, here we go. Of course you're going to catty corner. Because why not? But hey, I got a heart shot. Awesome. Hi, Cul-de-sac Compound. Welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate you being here. What is my favorite map? Good question. So I will tell you that Hirschfelden and, believe it or not, Medved pretty much tie for my worst maps. But my all-time favorite map, let me look at my map list. I really like Tiawara because after I got the rhythm of hunting my red deer down and got the efficiency of my grind going, it was a real smooth and easy map to use for that purpose. But if I'm gonna wax sentimental about my favorite map, probably an unpopular opinion, but Leighton Lake. And the only reason why I choose Leighton Lake is because this was the first map my sister and I played on when she first introduced me to the game. And when we do play, we often come back here to kind of reminisce and have like nostalgic moments. But easily up there is Park Fernando. I've really enjoyed hunting that map before as well. Because I love the wildflowers in that map. They're beautiful. I love those big fields. Cuatro Carolinas has similar features as well, so it's pretty good. Got to go get that great one. Yeah, I hear ya. I need to keep moving. Your cul-de-sac, yours is SRP. A lot of people share that sentiment. Absolutely. Absolutely. I heard something grunt at me. Okay, that's just a reindeer. All right, so we're going to move up here to this corner and take out this other guy. Hopefully something spawns in soon. So, David, if you're parting company with us to get your own great one, thank you so much for hopping on. I really appreciate it and wish you the best of luck. If you're going to stick around, keep wishing me luck because I absolutely need it. Hopefully we come across my great one during this live stream. That would be amazing. Kind of lingering, still trying to get used to that rhythm of checking chat and continuing to hunt, so please bear with me. Yes, SRP is very animal heavy. Not only that, but there's big open spaces where you can easily get great line of sight, and it's unlike Medved, which is very densely populated with trees. And normally I love trees, as somebody who worked in conservation for a very long time, and but for the gaming purposes, I really appreciate spots where you could just have a wide field of view and you're not competing with like trees and shrubs and all of that nonsense. So absolutely, I could see definitely why SRP ranks up there. Plus, it's got a great array of animals, lots of different varieties. You've got lots of predators you can hunt. You've got the Rocky Mountain elk you can hunt. Turkey, which I'm glad they backfilled those species onto maps like Leighton Lake, but yeah, there's lots of big animals. As a matter of fact, funny story. Some of my favorite YouTubers include like Kill Clinton and Lady Legend and so forth. But I was watching Kill Clinton one day, or KC one day, and he got an albino Rocky Mountain elk. And so later that day, I went to SRP and I also got an albino Rocky Mountain elk that was roughly within the same score band as his. And I was like, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, that one's in my flagship lodge of Spring Creek Manor 1. They may not be up here due to the hunting pressure. That's not cool. So, cul-de-sac, the purpose of this stream is that I'm celebrating having reached 300 subs, and I am taking all the 300 max level moose off my map. It looks like we don't have our group up here right now. It may be too early for them. How big was that elk? If I remember correctly, and I can jump over to my lodge and take a look at it real quick, but if I remember correctly, it was only a level 3. It wasn't very big. But we can take a look at it a little bit later in the stream if you stick around. It's quite a beautiful animal, actually. I need something to hunt. This hunt is slow. Thank you so much. And you as well. What's the biggest animal that you've hunted on any map? Plains bison. That's awesome. So I don't even have a diamond plains bison yet. That is one of my goals. I do have a piebald European bison, which is pretty cool, but definitely not a very large anything of that species. So that's awesome. Is it how big is it? On SRP? Yeah, yeah. That's definitely a map I need to get back on if I want to pursue a diamond plains bison. Which eventually I will, because again, it's a species I just don't have any large animals, let alone a diamond of. All I have is a piebald European bison. A 4 gold. Nice. Nice. Those golds, man, they can get pretty sizable, depending on the species. Do you have any rare fur types in your lodge that you're particularly proud of? Man, I hope that other big moose is down here. Otherwise, I would have ran down here for nothing. Well, great one. Come on, great one. Please have spawned in. We have him. Nope, just a level 4. All right. With a split rack, it looks like, and part of the rack system I hate. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and take out this 314 here. Get him off the map. Hopefully he's not a troll. Hopefully I had diamond twins in the zone. That would be amazing. Yeah, I know you're alert, but I'm not caring about you right at the moment. Turn around, bud. Turn around. Yeah. Exactly what I needed you to do. Quick clean and down. Perfect. Nice, a piebald moose. Very good. I only have a female, so do you have a female or a male? Oh, and there are the wolves right on time. All right. Hopefully this is a diamond twin. I took out a larger male here earlier. This looks like the big rack, so I'm going to say absolutely this is a diamond. And it is. They literally were twins. I think they were like 0.20 off from each other, the other one that used to be here. So we'll go ahead and tax him and get them both into the lodge later. And we'll pair them up with each other. That'll be very neat to see. Female. See, I also have a female, and from what I understanding, from what I've watched online with other YouTubers, piebald female moose seem to be the more common that you will encounter, which is pretty cool. But if you really want like a rare male, it makes it kind of challenging. You have not shot a diamond yet. Well, you are well on your way. You are well on your way. Ever. You're well on your way. Give it time. Are you fairly new to the game then? sort of. Well, that's just fine. On my other live stream, I mentioned when I first got on this game, my sister introduced me to this game, and when I first started playing, I did not take it seriously at all. I didn't even know there was a scoring system for the animals, you know, where it goes bronze, silver, gold, and diamond, until about 2 years after I had started playing. You've had it, but just am getting into it? Yes, absolutely. I have games like that too, where you kind of have it in your library or on your console, and you're just like, eh. And then eventually you actually start to play it, and depending on the game, it could be really, really cool. Hopefully that other herd has spawned in finally. Or come into their zone. Hopefully. I don't think they're here at the moment. What time is it? 5:15? I may need to take more of this hunting pressure off before they will come into their zone. I'm going to pop back up here real quick just to see if our other troll had respawned as anything. Female moose. Oh, a big level 4. Okay, not a diamond. Definitely just a gold, but decent sized rack. So that's promising. Would have liked to have seen a great one or a diamond. Farming simulator. Yes, I have. As a matter of fact, didn't Markiplier play that? I may have watched Markiplier play that. Don't you buy like big farming equipment and like go around and kind of build up your farm and tend to your crops and make it profitable? And that's really the goal, is to make it profitable. Now, I have not played it myself, certainly. And I actually do enjoy some simulation games. It's been a really long time since I played one. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I think I watched a YouTuber play it, but I myself have not played it. All right. Well, have a good night, Cul-de-sac. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I will catch you on my next adventure. Be safe. All right. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we have anything in these zones that tend to blink in and out, so we're going to have to jump elsewhere. I know I am messing up my rotations with all sorts of nonsense, but definitely am glad I'm doing this. Again, celebrating 300 subs. That is amazing. Not a place I thought I'd be at this point in time, but I'm hoping that by doing this, it'll open up some better opportunities for, say, my great one or other big animals to spawn in on my map. So for those of you joining me, I really appreciate you being here. If you have the opportunity and want to jump on chat and chat a little bit, I am available, and I try to get to all the comments I see. Currently having a few commentators, and eventually over time, I hope to keep that going. Now, sometimes we have big males that spawn back here that are not part of this group, that they are floating spawns, but it doesn't look to be the case today. So I'm going to go ahead and run this line of the coast, and we're going to see if we can encounter anything interesting. Ooh. All right, and that's going to be all the case for all of these little I'm going to keep running all these little divots as we run up here. On occasion, I get need zones that blink in and out that have decent sized males in them, usually level 4s or whatnot. I hear angry dishwasher noises. I thought I heard the gurgling growl of wolves. And if you're new to my channel and you're new to my videos, that's what I call that gurgling, growling prelude to a wolf attack. And I call it angry dishwasher noises. So if you're wondering what in the heck I'm talking about, that's it. Ooh, that's a wonky level 4. Looks like a split rack. Fortunately, not any kind of interesting fur type. Hi, Landon. Welcome back. So glad you could rejoin the channel and the live stream. Hope everything is going well with you. We just found this amazingly wonky split rack male. He is in a brand new need zone that blinks in and out, so I gotta wait and recapture that. We did manage to take another diamond off the map. He was the twin of one of the ones I took earlier, and I was up in this space here. So you missed that just a moment ago. But we are running to some of my more remote places, trying to take out a few animals, take some hunting pressure off the map before I go and pick up more of our big ones from other zones. I'm really glad I did this because obviously I had more trolls than diamonds than I originally thought. So hopefully this will give an opportunity for bigger animals to spawn in. Maybe we'll even get a great one tonight. Was it the twin of the 214? Give me 1 second. It was the 312 twin. I think this one capped at 314. So yeah, if you're referring to the 314, then yes. It was the other big rack that had spawned in earlier. So we went ahead and took him out, and he was indeed another diamond. Here's this wonky boy. It is really weird. Look at that very spindly, horrible. I hate that rack style. Ugh. But this one looks strange. So good to have him off the map. Now let's see how my hunting pressure up here is doing. Oh, good. It's almost faded out completely. So, and that's the goal. I wanted to clean that spot off. And since we have this need zone here, this need zone tends to jump back and forth. So what I'm going to do is I am going to swing back over here, maybe hop here and look at that little lake. Yeah, that's one. Yeah, yep. So it was the twin of the 314, or the 314 twin that we went ahead and took out. And we'll go ahead and put them in the lodge at the end of my live stream and put them together, maybe facing off with each other. I think that would be really, really cool. It's unfortunate that, at least as far as I know, we only have the one multi-mount with the moose, and I think it features like a bird on top of the moose's head. Oh. Okay. Oh, hello. You're kind of new in that spot. I don't want to shoot him because I usually get bigger males at the end of this lake. So should I let him go and run out onto the lake and see what else is out there? Should I go ahead and take him? I'm going to see what else is out there because I usually get bigger males on the other end. It's unfortunate that he's right here. And I have to run up on him. And there he goes. But I want to see what's at the end of the lake because I usually get some decent sized males. Hi, friend. Appears I'm stuck. Alright, unstuck. And we don't have anything big out here today. Well, yes we do. And there he goes. Let's see. That was not in enough. He didn't run into it. Trying to brain him, but I don't think I got it. Thank you, Landon. And I understand and I appreciate that very much. I know that 8 o'clock is kind of late for some. So I'm thinking about switching and doing some more variable times for my live streams. Maybe 1 in the morning and then maybe earlier in the evening at some point. But hope everything goes well for you. Congratulations again on getting that job and nailing that interview. That's amazing. And I hope to catch you on my next adventure when you're able to join. Thank you very much. And I will pass along your well wishes to my husband. He will be very appreciative. Believe you me. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. We've got a lot of activity going on right now. This voice sounded close. There is bear. But where is moose? Thank you, Landon. I greatly appreciate it. I'll try and give more warning. This was a very impromptu live stream because I realized I hit 300 subs. And I thought, what better way of taking out or celebrating than taking out all of these... Wow. Is going on? Taking out all these 300 plus max score mooses. Why not? 300s for 300 subs. Hurrah. Unfortunately, we're not doing that great. But anyway, thank you so much. And I hope everything goes well for you. And if I don't do another live stream before you start your first day, I hope it goes super well and you find it to be everything that you're looking forward to. Huh. All right, time to reset the time. Only got 30 minutes in the live stream. I would very much like to have a great one, Moose. Go ahead and kick it up to 1420. Everybody shake and get loose. Alright, hopefully that has brought this other needs on, despite the hunting pressure. And we'll get the rest of the 300s. Hello, friend. Off our map. And if nothing pops tonight on this map, maybe it's time to take a break from the moose grind. Maybe it's time to accept that I need to rest and to do something else. I mentioned earlier in the live stream I wouldn't mind returning back to Africa, maybe trying for a crowned wildebeest. Don't have one of those, but it's a beautiful animal, and I don't even have a diamond wildebeest, so maybe that should be my next goal. I don't know why Africa's been calling. I definitely need to get a diamond lion. Please spawn in. No, there's a little bit of hunting pressure still there, but please spawn in. Okay. Here we go. All right, we need to take that 311, and then we have a standard level 4. Oh, BKB. You're a troll. You're... Despite the size of that rack. Well, no. I mean, I have seen it before on other YouTube channels. And I have seen it make diamonds, so... Let's keep hope going. Let us hope. And keep up the enthusiasm. Maybe it'll be my 3rd diamond of the night. Maybe this will keep pushing that effort. You know, one of the theories I posed in my video, how I think I got my great one, is that I don't know that the system that tallies your collected animals keeps track of how many diamonds, golds, silvers, bronzes of each species specifically you get, or if it's just all lumped into one sum. But maybe there's something to how many of those types of levels you get that influences... Oh, no! Oh, no. God, I hope I saved that. Oh my gosh. My breath let go right as I pulled the trigger. If this was a diamond, I think I just messed it up. Because my breath let go. Ooh. Night weekly Zoom meetings. I weirdly both miss and don't miss Zoom. It was a staple, you know, during the height of the pandemic, but there's some great resources out there that utilize Zoom still. But yeah, you're welcome to lurk. I did save it with that last shot. Oh my gosh. Breathe. That's a vital hit. Oh my gosh, that was lucky. That was good shooting. But yeah, that sounds like a pretty full plate, so I really don't mind you lurking, Jody. That is just fine. I hope everything's going well for you. I need to do more cooking. I've gotten used to, like, boxed meals. Life is so busy. Oof. We may not be able to recover this boy. He may be too far off the reserve. That is bad. Okay, there he is. I'm going to get the warning right about now. Alright. Diamond? Diamond? It's a little narrow on that one side. It's probably a troll. It's a troll. Darn, and I had such high hopes for this one. Yes, I know. I'm going back to the reserve. Well, I also hope this was able to provide some much-needed background noise while you've been handling your home situation. Unfortunately, I have been trolled. We might as well have titled this the Troll Stream. I think I've only gotten 2 diamonds out of everything so far. But as I was saying before, I almost botched that last harvest. I really wonder if, you know, it depends on how many diamonds of a species you have, and if that contributes to your great one spawning in as well. I've heard some people suggest that theory off and on, and I know that the more you pick up your kills, the more likely a great one is to spawn. And I think I'm sitting in the neighborhood of somewhere between 700 and 800 at this point. Though I haven't been keeping a very high and tight score. But that takes care of both 300s in that zone. We got both 300s out of that zone. We got the 300 out of that zone, though we do have a level 4 up there now that probably needs to be excised at some point. That leaves the 312 right down here. So let's go ahead and head down there. And then I may pop over to New England to see if that other 312 is there, and we can just go ahead and clean him off the map, and that'll take care of all my 300s across all the maps where I know they exist. Right now, things are being bleh. Probably have a lot more work to do to get a great one. I've been doing my best. And I think from now on, I'm going to just avoid stacking and just take everything and anything and just keep learning and growing in my knowledge. Wait, what time is it? Okay, good. I did reset the time. Oh, look at that tiny boy out there playing with the big boys. All right, Mr. 312, you are down in this corner usually. Gonna need to do a solid lake hop in the space north of here after this is all said and done. Very nice, level 3, but where is my 312 level 4? And are you running because of me? Gosh, you're so tiny. That little fella right there. Oh, there you are. Why are you nervous? I wonder. We may have to come back for him if he got startled by me or something else. Huh. Yeah, we'll probably have to come back for him, and there's really nothing... Well, there's him. I guess we could take you. Will you look at me? Cool. Why are you quartering? There we go. Decent heart shot on that level 3. So we'll have to come back for the 300 here in a little bit. Thought I heard something. I thought I heard a capercaillie crashing through the underbrush to my ankles again. Alright, not bad. And let's see. Where haven't I been in a while? I haven't been here in a while. Okay, this lake has been acting kind of weird for me. Where we have this huge group that just... I think it's multiple herds all kind of careened into one. Oh. I guess that zone became unestablished across the lake somehow. So we're going to have to do some fancy footwork to take him out. But it looks like it's all low levels up here now, so there's really no point. Well, there is that level 3 right there. But unless he's like a special fur type, I really just want the big boy in the back. So we'll head over to my tree stand. This is also one of the places where I tend to get eaten by wolves, so we'll see how that goes. And I think there may be a leucistic capercaillie in this area. That? Oh, it's Mickey Mouse ears right there. So yes, okay. So some of my across the lake herds have finally made their way back. They were missing for a very long time. Ooh. All right. So, see what we got going on over here. Good thing he turned around. I don't think I'm going to be quick enough to get both, but I can try. But he's priority. So we'll reload, bane of my existence. All right. So we'll try for him and we'll try and bounce over to that level 3. That was too low. That was like a leg shot. Yeah, that didn't go well. Losing my edge. And that's okay. Sometimes we just have misfires and just lack of focus. That's fine. See if we did do anything. Nope. So chances are, if I did hit him in some non-super vital place, he'll just drop after a long time. Or we've not really hit him at all. I'm pretty sure that first shot hit him in the leg. That's a decent bear. I like her color. Why not? Hopefully you ran into that. Ah. Where'd you go? Well, we'll see what happens. Just gonna check everything out. We probably didn't do too much here, unfortunately. And sometimes that happens. You just kind of have a moment where maybe your shots don't align the way you want them to. You don't save them. I mean, I've had some really decent saves tonight. Maybe that Capercailly's in the area. That would be cool to really check him out and see if my theory is legit. Because I really do think... I saw a male Capercailly flying over the lake and he looked very gray. So unless they molt and have a molting fur type or something, but I think he was leucistic. I just haven't been able to prove it and I don't hear him or see him, so... Oh! Hey, I did get somebody. But who is the question? Follow this blood trail. Why not? Brown. It's probably our moose. I don't know. I have a feeling the moose was not hit in an appropriate spot. So I almost would rather check on the bear. Let's see. Well, we can just follow the orange for a little while, or we can just cut our losses and bounce over to another lake, which I think I'm more inclined to do, honestly. Because of those two animals, I have no positive correlation on who got hit with what. And with 15 minutes left in the live stream, I'd like to bounce over to the lodge here in about 5 minutes and set up my big diamond moose that I had gotten. Or both of them, actually. We can kind of check these lakes out. Sometimes they produce fairly decent-sized males. And then I still need to hop down to that southern lake after resetting the time. Still got a little while. And see about getting our final 312 off medbed. But hopefully by doing this purge and taking out all of these high-level animals, we'll see different ones spawn in. Hopefully legitimate diamonds. And now that I understand some differences about the big rack system, I'll be able to recognize them better. So this is definitely a valuable learning experience for me. Let's see. But you know, it may be time for a break from the moose grind, get into something different, revitalize. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I think this last rotation has been a bust. So what I am going to do then is I'm going to come back here. I'm going to reset the time. I'm going to go see if our big 312 is still down on this lake. Maybe pop over to New England to try and get that boy as well. We'll put it here. Hopefully I don't get attacked by wolves in this process, because that would suck. That seems to be my running fate, usually. Wouldn't it be great if I walked up and there was a big, great one? I would love that. Don't see anything, and it might be due to that hunting pressure. May have to go elsewhere. Speaking of elsewhere, that's still pretty bright, unfortunately. Maybe I need to start bringing a tripod and using that more often. Yes, Piggly Wigglies, please don't attack me. I hear you screeching, and I'm sorry. Hello? Anybody home? I don't think so. So we will come back to this in a little bit. Hopefully he'll be back in his zone. Let's see here. Let's try down at the base of the river. Sometimes I get some decent one here. Another option I can try, I haven't run to the bridge in a while, and that spot usually produces some pretty sizable males. Yeah, maybe we'll do a run to the bridge. But this is what I'm talking about. My map seems to be pretty choked up. There's not a lot out here. I've had to do a lot of running into areas where there hasn't been a lot of sizable animals. Maybe it's time to start taking some of the level 2s and low level 3s off the map as well. Because I do believe it was either Flinter or Scarecrow who said you could take herd management to an extreme and potentially create a situation where you're not producing animals one way or another. That taking it too far can result in not getting the types of animals you want either. I have a lot of small animals on my map. Conservative estimate would be 60 to 70% of my map is level 2s or lower or small rack level 3s. All right, time to bring out the big guns. Let's pop up here, and we're gonna run to the bridge. We're gonna do a bridge run, and that's gonna close out our stream tonight. After I pop over to New England, and then over to my lodge to get my 2 big diamonds mounted. But yeah, unfortunately, still no great one yet. But we did take some trolls off the map, which should help. Bleh, I know. think there's still too much hunting pressure here for anybody to have spawned back in. Well, level 4 and level 4. I am not going to take these animals out. I am going to let the hunting pressure die off first, and then I will come back for them. It may be time to break out some tripod stands. And yes, before anybody says anything, I do realize that I need a tent to make this run a lot easier, to get down to the bridge a lot faster. But unfortunately, I have reached my max allowable on the map, so I need to figure out which one I can safely pull from what location and move it down to the bridge. Oh, now you complain? When I've run past you? That's okay. That's okay. Run, little fella. You're too little for me to hunt. Yes, hello, friend. Too bad you are not going aggressive. Would have at least been fun. So that's the bridge I'm referring to. I think it's the only one in the game. Or on this map, rather. But at the base of that, there's at least one animal that tends to spawn in of a fairly decent size. He's been a level 4. He's been a troll level 5. A big wreck level 4, I should say. He's been a level 4 several times. And some decent level 3s. But I haven't come down here in a very long time because, again, the run is just ridiculous. And while I could potentially run from this house here, I've attempted it several times and have just fallen off this cliff repeatedly. You know, there's a feature I haven't been to yet. I should really go check that out. It's probably got some great lore to it. But hopefully that little herd will come into view here in just a moment. And we tend to have like a low level... Yep, there he goes. Sitting right over there in that little corner. Yeah, and then after this, we'll bounce over to New England, see if that 312 is there. Actually, we do need to go to that southern lake on my map first because I want to get all my 300s off this map if I can. And if that one's not there, then we'll bounce over to New England and we will look for that 312. And if he's not there, we'll go ahead and we'll close out by going to my lodge and setting up our 2 giant diamond 300 pluses that we got during the live stream. It would be great if we got 3 diamonds, 1 for every 100 subs. But I don't think that's going to be the case tonight. We've had not so great luck, and everything that I was hoping and believing was going to be a high-ranking animal has turned out to be a gold. So, that's on me. And it looks like we've just got another standard level 4 out of it. Angry dishwasher? No? I haven't even been attacked by wolves tonight. This is kind of sad. This is a sad hunt. So I keep hearing faintly on my right-hand side a gurgle. Maybe that's just wishful thinking. Could at least get attacked by wolves or a capercaillie or something. Make things interesting. But I'll go ahead and try to cowboy these decent animals. Shoot them both out. Take them off the map. Oh, hi Ian. Thank you for joining. I'm just getting ready to wrap up here in a few minutes. Yeah, I was not expecting to reach 300 as quickly as I did. So I thought I would take all of my 300 plus level mooses off my map since I really wasn't getting anywhere with everything. And it turns out that I had a bunch of trolls. But I did happen to get 2 decent diamonds out of it. So we're going to go take a look at those in the lodge in just a moment. Where did I level 3 get off to? Oh, there you are. I see you. You're back there. All right. So how do we want to do this? Let's see. We'll take him first. We'll whip back over to you. Oh, I wasn't quick enough. But hopefully that did something. Yeah, I really appreciate that, Ian. Thank you so much. Hoping that we'll continue to grow the community and have better and more exciting hunts. I was really hoping that by clearing off these high levels on my map, it might trigger a great one to spawn. And I think moving forward, since I just haven't had any luck at all with special fur types spawning in or anything like that, that I'm just going to go ahead and take diamond potentials off my map until my great one comes in. Because really, that's been my focus with this hunt. Otherwise, it has just been murder. Because nothing's happening. It's gotten incredibly tedious. So 300s for the 300 subs. That's the intent of tonight's hunt. Yep, and both of them are down. So let's go pick up at least the big boy. So we do have one other 312 max score on the map at one of my southern lakes. Why are you doing that? You're not even aggressive, but you're trying to kill me. Okay, you can stay where you're at, bro. Stop. Ah! You're not even... Ugh. time to slap myself with a first aid kit. He wasn't even aggressive, but he kept coming right at me. Not cool, not cool. All right. So we got that level 4. Nice eyebrow tines. Nice eyebrow tines. Glad we were able to save that one. And you, sir, are a menace. And where could that other moose have gone? May have to go back down and look for his track. Whitetail are the bane of your existence. I'm glad to see I'm rubbing off on somebody. And yes, reloading is mine. I haven't picked an animal, but then again, maybe moose are the bane of my existence because I've never really enjoyed hunting them, if I'm going to be blatantly honest. I always thought they were kind of annoying. They are beautiful, don't get me wrong, but when I first started playing the game, all I do is scream at you and just go running off, especially the females. It's kind of annoying. But have you had any luck getting a great one whitetail, or are you just plugging away at them and they're just as annoying as my moose hunt has been? Yeah, I don't see the... Is this it? No, that's just defecation. I see that we got hunting pressure for both, but I don't see his blood trail. Oh, there it is. It finally comes in. All right, now where did you get off to? Okay, that's inbound track. Okay, there we go. Oh, you went running this way. Oh, there he is. He's up on the hill. Oh, okay. Well, at least we got both of them. All right. We'll pick him up and then we'll head to that southern lake, see if that 312 is in. If not, we'll go ahead and reset the time and check that out real quick. And then maybe even pop over to New England for that other boy. Oh, man, Ian, I am so sorry. Grinding for a great one whitetail since Reventuli. 6K kills in and nothing. Just out of curiosity, and I picked this up by watching Lady Legend. Are you picking up your harvests? Are you picking up your kills? And no judgment, it just, from what I understand, it could potentially influence the speed at which your great one spawns in. But man, 6K? Hey, J-Rum, welcome. Really appreciate you being here on the live stream. I shot a level 4 diamond moose last night. I didn't know it would make diamond. See, that's the thing. I've been watching... Oh, no. Okay, that's a bear. I thought that was a moose. I've been watching other YouTubers like Flinter or Scarecrow, you know, the really good ones. And I've seen level 4s make diamond. So several of the 300 plus max scores that I had on my map that were level 4 had rack styles that I thought for sure were going to make diamond, but they turned out to be absolute trolls, and that's been incredibly devastating. Now, this is the last 300 plus on my map. He's maxes at 312. He's probably a troll. Probably just, you know, and he's alert. So I'm going to go ahead and just plug him in the lung. Yeah, he's pacing like he's not going to turn toward me if I get any closer. So it's not a heart shot, but at least it's a vital and we can track him out. Yes, I've picked up everyone thanks to my dog. I haven't experimented with the dog yet, and maybe I should, because man, tracking out these harvests can be frustrating, as demonstrated in the last one that I just picked up. But that's so unfortunate, because as I understand it, that could influence the speed at which you get your great one, you know, how quickly it spawns in. But for you to be that many kills in and nothing... Wait a sec. Okay, for a moment I thought that was the initial hit, and I was like, no, I was dead center on that lung, and I know it. But anyway, But yeah, that really sucks, Ian. I am so sorry. I would say keep plugging away at it, and I encourage you to do so, because when you do see that great one, when you lay eyes on it, like I'll never forget looking at my red deer great one and just the overwhelming sense of relief to finally have it on my map, and the rush of excitement. That's what keeps me going here, is I really want to have that experience and to share that experience. But man, there are times like there are points during this live stream I want to say, well, guys, I'm done for now, and we need to focus on something else. Yeah, this one's not going to make it. He's too skinny. Yep, he's gold 262. Man, that score system. I mean, he's got some nice eyebrow tines, but he is definitely not a diamond. Well, that takes every single 300 plus off my map, in honor of the 300 subs that I currently have. Very, very surprised and pleased that I have made it that far. I have all the rares and like the umpteenth diamonds and just no big boy yet. See, that's the thing, Ian. I've also run into, you know, I was stacking these big boys, and I know now that of the 7 that I had on my map, I actually only had 2 diamonds and the rest were like trolls. But I haven't even gotten any decent rare fur types except for one piebald female. I'm going to go ahead and take this boy out. He's obviously not going to make anything, but he's still a big boy, and, well, this is the big boy hunt. But yeah, you're very lucky, and congratulations. That's amazing that you have so many rares. I think what I'm going to do moving forward, and I've said that a few times, so if I'm repeating myself, I apologize. But what I'm going to do is, like I did for my red deer grind, is I'm not going to worry about rares and special spawns. I think I'm just going to take out big boys as I encounter them. Is that a floating female? I thought she was floating through the air at me. I'm just going to go ahead and just take them out, and like I did for my great one red deer. And with no worry about whether or not it's a diamond, I'm just going to get the big boys off the map. Hopefully that will encourage things to spawn in. Wouldn't it be hilarious if this was a Mela? He is pretty dark, but he is in the shade, and I don't think he's Mela. But, God, it would be nice. Now, he's got gray on his back. That sucks. It would be nice if he was an albino. Turn around. Nope! God, that was the second time I did that. And I have to reload. My breath ran out. I had run up on him. Hopefully that'll do something for us. That's the second time tonight that's happened. How unprofessional of me. Here's to hoping that second shot saved it. Plus, I'm on console, and I think that makes the grinding a lot slower compared to PC. I've heard that too. I've definitely heard that. Now, I did play on console briefly on the PS4 for a while. And I found that the controls were a lot more challenging than on PC. And JROM, yes, I am using the 30-06. And the reason for that is, oh man, we did nothing with that. We did nothing with that, so I'm not gonna bother tracking him out. I'll come back for him later. The reason for the 30-06 is it's my favorite weapon in the game. It's the one I've used the most, and I am normally really good with the recoil animatic, so I'm able to refocus my shots really, really quickly after, you know, we get the recoil and kickback scene. So it does work on moose. It's definitely not as powerful as the 300 Canning Magnum, Frontier, or anything in that vein of weapon. But because I know it so well, it's the one I use. All right, guys. So here's what I'm going to do now. I have one last known 300 plus moose on New England. So I'm going to bounce over to New England, see if we can get him. And if not, oh well. If yes, okay. And that'll round out our 300 plus sub Celebration, we'll go to the lodge and put up my 2 diamond moose. I did hunt a smaller moose here earlier, like a while ago, so that's why that bloodstain's there. And let me reset the time. I'm just going to roll it back an hour, because I'm going to have to reset my rotation on Medved now that I've done all that. So I want to swing wide, give him a wide berth, and come in from this angle because the wind is pretty decent. But I also don't want to go crashing through here and potentially scare him away if he's here. There is hunting pressure. He may not be here. If not, that's unfortunate. If you want to know what he looks like, check out the thumbnail for this particular live stream. I decided to feature him instead of any of my Medved boys because I completely forgot about this one being here. So maybe we'll get lucky and he'll be up there. Let me see. We may not be lucky tonight. I don't see him. And it may be simply due to that pretty intensive hunting pressure. I may have to come back and take care of it at another point. And surely, based on my experience tonight, this boy probably does not at all, under any circumstances, make diamond. He's probably another gold. See if he moved around the lake. All right. Well, unless he comes into his need zone just super, super late. Got a decent deer track right there. Oh, hello. Let's see. Oh, that's that whitetail again. Trying to find his track, but it does not appear to be here at all. Well, that's scary. He was a decent sized male. Maybe he just hasn't come in. Maybe, gosh forbid, but maybe he despawned or something. Oh, nope, there's his track. Now, where could he have gone? Maybe they're at another lake. Maybe they're at this riverfront zone. We can check it out. And then I'll go to my lodge. No, he's not angled that way, but, well, we'll see. I know that, J-Rom, moose take a couple of years to get into your zones. I know that is one of the most annoying things about this update is you have a drink time from noon until 1600, and generally if you want any chance of seeing any of your animals in their zones, you need to start your rotations no earlier than like 14:30, and that only really gives you an hour and a half to hunt, and that sucks because ooh, anybody want to play soccer? Get in the propane tank. Anyway, I could try resetting the time one more time. Maybe since we started it kind of late, maybe we push it back earlier. Maybe he's an early arrival. On occasion, I do have herds that are early arrivals, and it's rare, but because like you said, J-Rum, It seems to take forever for your moose to get into their zones, but on rare occasions, I do have a herd that prefers to get there early. So we'll try that with this boy. And if not, we'll just cut our losses. I mean, we did clear medved of all of our 300s, which is cool. This was just my bonus 300. And I'll maybe include him in a future video. And that'll be that. And then we'll go over to my lodge and set up our 2 diamonds and call it a night. Oh, look, it's our boy. And he's been walking all over the place. How recently is the question. Very old. Coopinator, welcome back to the live stream. So glad you're here. We had a very interesting night in celebration of the 300 subs that I have earned on my channel. I went ahead and cleared off all the 300 plus level mooses, max level mooses off of medved. That was a bit challenging. And now I'm wandering around on New England because I have one more 312 max scoring moose that I was hoping to include in this mass purge. But sadly, it does not appear that he wants to play ball with us. I think he knows what's coming. And it could also be because, again, I have this fairly decent sizable hunting pressure right here. So he is, like, circling the need zone, it seems, but he's not coming in. Could wait here a while, but I think we're just going to have to call it and cut our losses and head over to the lodge and set up the 2 diamonds I managed to get. Would you believe that the majority of my big level moose on medved were trolls? Which is highly unfortunate. Hi, ducks. Yeah, just for that purpose. There's a 312 that usually comes right here. Oh, we have ducks. Nice to get another diamond duck. I named them all Dave. Diamond Dave. If ever you want a name for your diamond ducks. I have a lovely story about my Diamond Dave. And how I got him on Leighton Lake, but that'll be for another video. Well, we have one last thing we can try. I don't know. Maybe he's back in that woodland right there, just hiding, just being like, I know what's coming. I'm not coming out. No? All right, no. I'm going to call it a loss. We, unfortunately, will not be getting our 312 on New England. If you want to see, again, what he looks like, check out the thumbnail for this particular live stream. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pop over to our Trophy Lodge. Now, Spring Creek Banner 1, which is my flagship lodge, is pretty full. So what I'm probably going to do is hop over to Sasika Safari. This has some larger displays anyway, so we can see the full breadth of the majesty of my 2 twin diamond moose. J-Ro Mallard was the first diamond I got years ago. Very, very nice. That's an interesting statement because I wonder what... Oh, I know exactly what my first diamond was. It was a whitetail. And let me tell you, that was a hunt. It was on Leighton Lake, and you know, up in Topeka, is it Topeka or Willowpeg? It's either Topeka or Willowpeg. The most extreme northwestern corner of the map. There's a lake up there, and the road that went kind of near that lake used to produce the biggest whitetail. Like when you first started playing, that's where the big boys would hang out, and that's where I got him after a very long and significant hunt. Okay, so this is the very first big boy moose I ever got. It had the eyebrow tines here, but as you can see, he was only a silver, and he would have been a gold had I gotten the max score on him. But unfortunately, when I went to shoot him, I pulled the wrong gun. And that hunt is featured in a video that is on my channel very early in my channel. And it's titled Mistakes Were Made. So if you ever want to check out that hunt, it was actually one of my more intensive ones. Highly recommend you go check that out. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop him off. And I am going to place... See, my twin mooses, only one was like 0.30 points higher than the other. So these are very much twins. I'm going to rotate or flip. And then I'm going to place the other one right here. And we are going to flip. And we are going to make them do battle. Or we can make them cute. Aww. Could pose them like that. Nah. We're going to do something far more interesting. Well, that's interesting. Holy moly. Standing in between... Imagine being between these two boys as they clash. You wouldn't survive. You just wouldn't. I don't know. As much as fun as that is, it doesn't really showcase the actual antlers, so I need to find something different. Maybe something like that. So as you run by, you could be like, whoa, big mooses. I know, Coop. They are huge. They are the big rack diamonds. They both appeared in the exact same zone. You can see that earlier in the live stream if you want to go back and watch it. And one of them spawned in after I took out a fairly decent sized level 4. And I saw the twin for the first time on live stream. So it was really awesome to see. And then we had to kind of stagger taking them out because, you know, I didn't want to attempt to shoot both of them at the same time. I did not want to risk not getting full score integrity on them. But as you can see, they are both diamonds. We have the 299.8 and the 299.4. So beautiful, beautiful. Not a bad hunt overall. We did get these 2 massive diamonds. Just unfortunately, everything else on my map that was a big boy turned out to be a troll and was unfortunately very disappointing. The Battle of the Paddles. I love that, Ian. Yes, the Battle of the Paddles. Oh my gosh, I have to work that into a video somehow. Thank you so much. That is an amazing thing. Yes, the Battle of the Paddles. If you stood between that, you would be literally vaporized. My biggest is 300.5. Oh, wow. Now, I obviously don't have anything like that in my lodge. In fact, the only other diamond moose I do have, or are these 2 diamonds? No, I think one of them's a gold. Yeah, I think this is no, that one is a diamond. Look how wonky he is. I'm sorry, not a pretty diamond. Not a pretty diamond at all. I really hate that one elongated eyebrow tine. It's pretty gross looking. And then, yes, so both of them are diamonds. And then this one was a bit of a surprise. I was not really expecting this one to make diamond all that much. This was the first diamond I took out on my moose grind. But I was tricked into thinking that it was a gold by that antler on his left, my right. So the way it scoops in that shallow and creates that shallow area right by the eyebrow tine, I really thought that this was going to be a gold, but it turned out to be the first diamond of my moose rotations on Medved, which was both great and unfortunate because, of course, you always want to stack your diamonds if you're trying for rare and super rare fur types. At this point, I just want a great one to spawn in, so I'm not going to stack my diamonds. I'm just going to go ahead and hunt them all. But welcome to my room of special trophies. This is one of my favorite rooms in all of my lodges. This is where I keep my super special stuff like my albino mountain lion. My mountain lion hunts have always been fraught with deceit and laughter on the part of the cats. They've always trolled and or mocked me in some way. But this one was a really nice hunt. And this one is titled, or that hunt is titled, Why is this cat so bright? So if you want to go watch that hunt, it's a pretty short one. but was part of my War on the Mountain Lion series, which didn't last very long after getting reverse trolled by an animal I thought was a troll. And then this was found fairly early on in Quattro Carolinas, probably my second hunt on the map. Was not expecting to find her. She just came out from behind a hay bale, and I knew I immediately had to take her. I don't even think I took her with the right gun. But yeah, she just was beautiful. This was the piebald musk deer that I most recently got on Medved, along with my piebald female moose, and that random piebald reindeer that ran in front of me that one time. And then piebald blacktail, not super big, and like our whitetail friends, they probably need a rework to make them more realistic, but still love to have these. And then, of course, my dancing goat, who came out during my red deer grind for my Great One red deer. Was not expecting him to be a diamond. Shot him in a very lucky through the tree line on the run kind of shot. And it turns out that he, as well, was... I'm not looking at you. A diamond. That was my first feral goat diamond. And then, of course, my eternal struggle between my Mela and my albino white-tailed deer. Probably one of my favorite mounts in the entire lodge system. I messed up on a super rare pig on Quattro before. Yes, I've messed up quite a bit. And on a rare too myself. So don't feel bad. You're in good company with me. I've done that as well. And I feel you. I feel you. That just makes your heart sink into your stomach and you're like, ugh, that's the last thing you want to have happen. So yeah, that's my room of special trophies. That reindeer up there is nothing special. He's just a gold. But I do love the symmetry in his antlers, and I really do need to find a diamond of those soon. Would be nice. And then here we have some just diamond whitetail going at. I have so many diamond whitetail I don't even know what to do with. And then just some random weirdos that I've picked up along my route. Of course, my what did you call it, Ian? I gotta go back and read. The Battle of the Paddles. Yes, Battle of the Paddles. Sorry. Sometimes I have short-term memory loss and I just lose it, but I love that Battle of the Paddles. And then two diamond elk I got on Layton Lake. Very nice. I did have an opportunity to get a third one, but just like you, Ian, I screwed up the shot on my third diamond Roosevelt elk on Layton Lake, which was really, really upsetting. And then I've got a couple of diamond whitetail back here. Just chilling. Some piebalds of mine. I really enjoy these. They're the same exact fur pattern, locked in Eternal Battle as well. Very much enjoy these boys. I really do love piebalds. They're one of my favorite. How do I know they're the exact same fur pattern? There is one particular spot that tells you. Actually, now that they've been redesigned, that spot is gone, but there's another feature. You see that stripe running down the front of that back leg? This whitetail has the exact same feature on the exact same leg. So it is the exact same piebald pattern, and they are just struggling to figure out which one is the real one and which one is the imposter. And finally, I guess for my impromptu lodge tour, we have these diamond pronghorn that I got on SRP. And one of which has a very wonky horn. Yeah, this boy with the extra long horn on the one side. And the sad thing is, this boy, I found him in the extreme southeastern corner of the map, and he ran off the reserve. And so I had to hop on a 4x4 and literally fly at him in the 10 seconds you have to be off reserve. And right when I picked him up, I got respawned. And I was filming at the time. I lost that footage, unfortunately, but I remember screaming into the microphone, "No! What does that mean?" And then when I came back in on the respawn, the harvest screen was still active. So I was very grateful for that because I really wanted that boy. But there are my two pronghorn. Let's see. Coupinator. Is 4.8 scoring turkey a max score? I think so. Trying to think of an instance where I've seen something bigger. And here I have a couple of just the light brown turkeys, which we all know are a dime a dozen nowadays. But I think so. I think so, Coopiner. Don't quote me on that. You might need to do a little extra research. But yeah, that's pretty sizable. Oh, and I forgot to mention my Eastern Cottontail Rabbit. That was a surprise diamond as well. I didn't even notice that she was a level 3. I just saw her hopping through a field and took her out. Luckily with the right kind of weapon. And turned out to be a diamond. Oh, you know what? So, okay, we're not quite done with my lodge tour. We have this wonderful water buffalo. He's only a gold, but he is featured in my Dances with Bulls video. Definitely go check that out. He's massive. He was mythical, and absolutely love him for that curve in his horns. And then this is my Diamond Cape Buffalo. Now, I wish I had filmed this hunt. I wish to goodness I was YouTubing at this time, because this happened over multiple days, and I only got him because I got really frustrated. He came running out from behind a bush, and I literally just hip shotted him. I know that sounds wild. I swear that's what happened, and I just managed to put it through his lungs, and I couldn't believe it. I really thought, it's over. I'm just going to get this guy off the map. I can't stand him anymore. And it turned out he was a diamond, and I was able to get him. So, hi, Evie. Welcome back. We're doing kind of an impromptu lodge tour, and then I'm going to close out the stream. To catch you up on what happened, it turns out that all but 2 of my big boys on Medved were trolls. But I'll go show you my big boys. Actually, I want to take a look at this guy. Can't remember why I saved you. Maybe because you were my biggest goat at the time. But now I have a diamond. Anyway, but I'll go show you those 2 big diamonds that we got. I've got them set up here in the lodge. The Battle of the Paddles, as Ian has christened it. Thank you again, Ian. But here they are. And everybody else just happened to be a troll. So pretty disappointing. Glad to have the trolls off my map. Hopefully this will help inspire my great one to spawn. But there they are from our hunt tonight. And that's the garden. Gosh, I don't even know where am I? I don't even know where all these doors lead to. I'm trying to see. I think I have. That's the pool. Slap myself with the door. Nope. Wrong room. We don't talk about that room. Nobody talks about that room. Nobody goes into that room. Nobody acknowledges that room. Nobody ever thinks about that room. I'm not thinking about it. Are you thinking about it? I'm not. Okay, it's in my other one. Oh, this is my Moonlight Cat. It's also featured in a video called Moonlight Cat. That was the first gray mountain lion I ever encountered. I thought he was beautiful. Definitely wanted to take him just because his color was nice. No, I'm not going in there. You can't make me. You can't make me do it. I won't. I won't do it. I promised myself I'd never go back. No, don't make me do it. This is my troll diamond mountain lion in the film The Last Laugh. Reverse trolled by a mountain lion. Go watch it. I won't explain it. And then a diamond turkey. That's a 4.6. You know, if you're asking about that 4.8, I mean 4.6, that barely makes it. Go in. No. We don't talk about that room. Why do you want me to go into that room? I don't want to. Okay, I'll go into the room. But before I do, brace yourselves, everybody. Brace yourselves. I think I know what was in there. You may, Evie. You may. Are you braced? Are you all sitting down? I'm not even going to look up until we get into the room. Ow. I always slap myself with the doors. Okay. Are you sure you want to go in there? Coop, are you sure? I guess I have to go in, huh? Oh gosh, I don't even want to look up. I can turn back. I can turn back now. You know what? Let's make this more effective. Alright, are you all ready? Are you sure you want to do this? Okay, here we go. Ugh. Look at him. Staring into your soul. Staring. He's watching you. He's watching you. This is basically a Five Nights at Freddy's characters. He's watching. He's watching from his little pedestal. He knows where you sleep. He knows how long you sleep and how deep you sleep. Yeah, it's that one. It's the albino raccoon dog that I got a couple of videos back. And man, I was not expecting him to be quite like this. I mean, I love raccoons. Raccoons are one of my favorite animals, and by extension, raccoon dogs, but man, that face. Raccoon dog jump scare. Exactly. Exactly. We need more of this in our lives. No, it's not. It's not, because watch what happens. See, look at that face. And then you slowly back out of the room. You don't stop watching him, because when you do, he could jump off the pedestal, and then you have to chase him around and find him before he gets you. So you have to walk backwards the whole way out of the room and get stuck in the corner. And then quickly shut the door. Whew. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed tormenting me. Thank you. Maybe I'll look at my sassy ptarmigan. Yeah, look at that sass. Speaking of, do I have another display here? This is my sassy western capercaillie. He was sassy and salty at the end of my other video. Ugh. Oh, where's a good... Nah. They don't have a lot of good poses for this, because he just looks so bright on the underside. Yeah, we'll leave him like that. Yes, he is. This was my sassy ptarmigan. This one was the sassy ptarmigan and the Cinderella redemption story, which was one of the earliest videos, which actually followed that one moose I described when I walked into this particular lodge. Yeah, he's sassy. Look at that face. Here, let's zoom in. He judging you. He judging all your life choices. How much Starbucks you drink. How much exercise you don't do. He's sassy. Hi, KD. Welcome to my channel. We're doing kind of an impromptu lodge tour. Basically just kind of showing off some of the crazier stuff in this particular lodge, but also looking at some of the creepier animals in my lodge. Thanks for that, guys. Again, I will have nightmares tonight. Maybe. Okay. I'm going to do something extra special for y'all. 300 subs. Celebrating. And then I have got to go. This has gone a lot longer than I intended. But yeah, Katie, welcome. Glad you're here. I am going to take you to my flagship lodge. This is Spring Creek Manor 1. And we can definitely investigate. This is where the majority of my diamonds that I saved have ended up. And these are my diamond white-tailed jackrabbits. My diamond black bears from earlier attempts at black bear great one hunting. And of course, the biggest whitetail that I have at 272.6. You can actually see me dethrone my previous largest whitetail in a video I posted earlier in my YouTube career. And that's Diamond Dave, my diamond mallard. He was a bit of an interesting hunt. I kept seeing him on not Reventuli, Runacci Lake on Layton Lake, and he would come every other day. Every other day, he was there like clockwork. And finally, I caught him on a completely different section of the map and got him off. And Diamond Dave is my diamond mallard. And he, after many days of stalking him, earned the name Diamond Dave. And then these are just his gold attendants. Eventually, I will replace them with diamonds, but these golds are in attendance of Diamond Dave. Oh, welcome back, David. We were just talking about you. No, I'm just kidding. We're talking about Diamond Dave, my duck. Whack. Now, this is a gold big boy who I got very early in playing the game. He's been around since April. And yeah, so this has been one of my all-time favorite trophies, is this beautiful melanistic mallard female. I love her. And before the Reventuli Coast update, where they reworked all the lighting system, because I had her hung here between these two lamps, she would glitter in gold. You can see that in my very, very, very first not live stream, but video on my channel titled Hello There, I think is its title. But if you look at the very, very first video on my channel, you can see that effect of her glittering gold. Get back to looking at stuff. That's just a gold Sinca deer. Some of these I've even forgotten. That's just a gold jackrabbit I found. A gold, literally and figuratively, blue wildebeest. And of course, yet another diamond whitetail. Ugh. Oh, this was the albino Rocky Mountain elk. As somebody mentioned this earlier in the live stream, and this was the elk that I found shortly after watching KC Kill Clinton get his albino Rocky Mountain elk. It was like the same day I watched that video that he posted, and then I hopped on the SRP map, Silver Ridge Peaks, and found mine almost immediately, and they're almost roughly in the same weight class. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, there he sits. That's my dad's name, Dave. Oh, well, now you can walk up to him and be like, "Hi, Diamond Dave," quack, and he'll be like, "What?" Maybe not do that. J-Rum, do you think I should shoot my level 5 moose for a great one? That's entirely up to you. If you're trying to get rare fur types to spawn in, you might consider stacking it. But if you're just going for a great one and you just want to cycle through as many big males as possible, that's probably what I'm going to do moving forward. I'm at a point where I'm not getting any special spawns spawning in. And so, yeah, I mean, that's entirely up to you. But for me, I'm just going to shoot them all from now on, all the big ones. So this is one of the most coveted animals in the game, the very elusive melanistic coyote. He was a random find on Leighton Lake, and I did not get full score integrity. He was a silver, but as we all know, hunting coyotes is incredibly, notoriously difficult, and I just could not get a shot on him. And again, frustration took over, and I just ended up, I think, shooting him in the pelvis. But he is in the lodge, and that's all that counts, because he wasn't even a diamond. And then my Mela gray wolf. Now, sad. This is actually a very sad situation with this story. He was in a pack with an eggshell white female. I didn't realize that was a rare fur color, and I did not taxi that. That made me very sad. You're going to do it the same way I do? You're welcome to, absolutely. That's how I got my great one red deer. I was not stacking diamonds. I was just shooting through everything that showed up on my map that was level 5 and above. And yeah, that happened very quickly once I started herd management, because I had been hunting red deer for a very long time, and it just wasn't happening for me until I started herd management. And then I saw a definitive difference in the quality of my hunts. Just checking, following up on some chat. You want an albino elk? Yes. I was very, very lucky to get this boy. And all I can do is encourage you to keep hunting both SRP, and if you want a Roosevelt albino elk, definitely try Leighton Lake and all the other maps that one appears on. Now, here's a sad story. My very first albino Roosevelt elk, well, let me backtrack. Let me rephrase this. My very first rare fur type of a Roosevelt elk was an albino that I found on Leighton Lakes, but that was on my previous account that got lost along with my albino female moose. So that was very sad for me. Now, this is a very interesting trophy. I only have him because look how low his rack sits on his head. It's basically touching his ears, and I've never seen a deer like that since. So, and he also looks very bewildered, like, why am I here? What happened? That's a 1,000-yard stare right there, almost like our friend in the other room. But, Yeah, that's the lowest whitetail rack I've ever seen of that size. And then this is my room of wonky boys. They're all wonky in some way. This is like one of the smallest moose I've ever seen. One of the smallest deer I've ever seen. Got a piebald coyote in here I probably need to move out. Some foxes. I really love the rework on these animals. They're very, very nice. How rare is a white turkey? By white, do you mean the white and brown, the light brown variety, or do you mean like an albino? Sorry, guys. I had to check something real quick. Yeah. I never want to go in that room either. Thanks, Coupinator. Yeah. That was that influence. I'm never going back in that room. You all just have to watch the live stream to find out what we're talking about. Yeah, most whitish turkeys are common like the light brown. It used to be a rare variety, but then they changed it. So albino? Albinos are some of the rarest spawns in the game, regardless of the species. I think they spawn in less than 1% of all of your populations. So there's a great guide you can look up online of fur variations and the frequency in which they spawn. It's usually given in a percentage. And that's what I use to kind of like look at and figure it out. Off the top of my head, I'm not quite sure what the percentage is, but I believe overall in the game, albinos spawn less than 1% of the time. So you really have to either get very lucky, do multi-server hops, or grind, essentially. So, yep, there's my diamond blacktail, the one and only I have. I do want to go back to grinding blacktail and get back on it. I'd love to have more of those, definitely. Let's see. Is there anything? Oh, I know what I could show you guys real quick. And then I do have to log off. But I've really enjoyed the community. This is my room of diamond turkeys. Just a bunch of diamond turkeys. But here is my piebald female European bison. I can't really tell that she's piebald. Like, she doesn't have a lot of blotchiness. She looks more like a leucistic to me, or a dilute, but hey, it says she's piebald. There's my albino turkey that I recently got on New England. It was an initial spawn, so I'm very pleased to have him there. I might move him to my room of grand trophies in my Sasika Safari. But to close out the live stream, let's take a look at my melanistic male moose. Isn't he great? He's a split rack, which is unfortunate, but yeah, he is awesome. Yeah, Evie, it will tell you if you've gotten an albino turkey. And you could always look at the track system and look for some disturbed foliage. That'll generally tell you if you're tracking an albino or not. So if you're specifically looking for that animal, that'll help save you some time. But let me come up here and you can take a real close look. I thought this was a leucistic turkey until I picked it up, and now looking at it, you'll see the pink in the feathers and the bright white feathers. That is clearly an albino with those bright pink feet as well. It's not impossible. Absolutely not. I mean, I'm looking at one right now. You will eventually come across them if you hunt them frequently, or if you get an initial spawn. But you could, if you have some of them saved, you can go back and look. Definitely put them in a lodge and go back and look. All right, guys, that's gonna have to do it for me. This stream went on way longer than I intended, but you know what? I'm so glad I stayed on, because I'm so glad so many of you were able to come back on and join me. I really appreciate you being here. Congratulations for participating in the 300 plus sub stream. Hopefully we'll get even more as we go along. We did take out all those 300s on Medved. Hopefully that will encourage my great one to finally spawn in, but who knows? But I really appreciate you all being here and taking the time to stick around for this adventure. Sorry it was slow at points, but that's just how the game goes. And I hope to get a nice, decent video out soon. So please keep checking back on the channel, and I will see if I can get something posted very, very soon here. I also plan on making these live streams either a weekly or bi-weekly thing. I'm thinking Mondays and maybe Thursdays or Fridays for my rotation. So check back frequently in the community section for updates regarding that. Kubinator, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yes, 300 subs. Let's keep it going. And Evie, yes, thank you so much as well. I really do hope to get my great one soon because, man, I am getting very tired of shooting moose. I really hope you're able to find an albino turkey sometime soon. They are beautiful animals, and it's really exciting when you do find one. So I'll keep my fingers crossed for you as well. J-Rom, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you being here as well. And Ian, I agree with you. I'm never going back into that room again. And Kubinator, yeah, never again, bud. Never again. Never again. All right. And if any of you are jumping on the live stream at this time, then go back and watch and you'll see what I mean at some point in the live stream. But thank you all so much, and I will catch you on our next adventure. Bye!